Welcome back to the channel where we peel back the layers of cinematic craft. Today, we're diving into the 2016 classic Rustom, a film built not on explosions, but on restraint, discipline, and moral tension. Its power comes from measured performances and period-accurate environments, especially the shooting sets that brought the 1950s to life. Let us explore how the courtroom and naval base in Rustom became central characters in this nation-shaking drama. First, let's step into the naval world. The shooting sets for the naval base immediately establish a world of authority and discipline. Everything you see, from the clean lines and symmetrical layouts to the controlled movement of the officers, mid-20th century precision. The color palette is deliberate and muted. Navy blues, steel grays, and off-whites. These tones don't just look authentic.
They reflect the emotional restraint of military life,
creating a stark contrast with the inner turmoil brewing within the characters. Of course, you can't talk about the sets without mentioning the costumes. The period-accurate naval uniforms, crisp whites, perfectly aligned metals, polished shoes are inseparable from the environment. They visually merge the characters with their surroundings, reinforcing themes of honor, order, and responsibility.
The production design team didn't stop there.
Small details like vintage clocks, old communication equipment, and even the typewriters and paper files elevate the realism. Nothing on screen distracts. It all silently supports the story. The cinematography in these naval spaces is just as composed.
You'll notice slow pans across officers standing in formation and static wide shots that emphasize hierarchy.
The camera rarely shakes, mirroring the emotional suppression that lies just beneath the formal structure. It's a masterclass in showing, not telling. Now, let's move to the heart of the film, the courtroom. This set is the soul of Rustom.
Designed to reflect 1950s Indian judicial architecture, the space feels heavy, formal, and morally charged.
High wooden witness stands, tall ceilings, and large windows, filtering soft daylight, create a timeless, imposing atmosphere. The dark wood textures seem to absorb every word, amplifying the gravity of the trial. One of the film's greatest strengths is how it places the entire ensemble cast within this single space. Judges, lawyers, journalists, witnesses, and spectators all exist in the same frame, generating constant, simmering tension. No character feels isolated. Even a silent reaction, a raised eyebrow from a journalist, a clenched jaw from a family member becomes a crucial piece of storytelling. The set allows emotion to travel across the room without a single line of dialogue. The lighting in the courtroom is subtle, yet powerful. Soft overhead lighting maintains a sense of neutrality, while shadows creep across faces during moments of moral conflict. Slight highlights on the accused and the witnesses guide our attention gently, keeping the focus squarely on their expressions and the ethical weight of their words. Unlike many loud courtroom dramas, Rustom thrives on stillness, and the set design makes this possible.
The solemn, formal space encourages long pauses, silent stares, and controlled breathing.
The camera often lingers on faces, letting emotions unfold naturally instead of forcing them.
The slow burn in intensity is what makes the film so gripping. The production design also reflects the story's core conflict. The naval base represents order, honor, and loyalty, while the courtroom embodies judgment, public scrutiny, and moral ambiguity. Both spaces are rigid and unforgiving, mirroring the protagonist's internal struggle between duty and personal crises. Even the public spaces, filled with journalists and spectators, are carefully designed.
The flashing cameras and murmuring crowds add another layer of pressure,
Symbolizing how a personal tragedy can quickly become a public spectacle. The sound design is equally minimalist and effective.
The echo of footsteps on wooden floors. The scrape of a chair.
The sharp crack of the judge's gavelees. Subtle sounds interact with the set, grounding the film in a powerful sense of realism.
Because the entire cast shares these confined spaces, the performances feel deeply interconnected. A reaction ripples through the room, making you, the audience, feel like you're part of the jury. In the end, Rustom, is a triumph of cinematic craft precisely because of its meticulously designed sets. These environments don't just house the story. They through muted tones, disciplined compositions, and an unwavering commitment to authenticity. The film creates a classic thriller rooted in realism, proving that sometimes the quietest rooms hold the most deafening tension. Thanks for watching.
If you love deep dives into filmmaking, make sure to like and subscribe for more.
See you in the next video.